Now we translate that into business, right? Being a business consultant, this is my business ecology that I look at for any types of business, right? I'll look into the same 5 categories. First of all, products and services. This is where most people jump into business, right? So further, before I talk further about this, how many of you here are business owners? Just a show of hands, business owners. All right? And how many of you here are IT professionals? IT professionals dealing in the IT industry, okay. And how many here, no matter what I ask after lunch, you won't raise up your hand, you can do so now. Don't have, okay, so good. So at least I get to know who am I talking to and what is it about, right? So products and services is, right? Products and services, so business ecology, this is where most people start a business. They either provide products or provide services, right? Now the second part here is very important, legal, right? The broad framework, legal, talks about administration, talks about legal documents, contracts in a business, right? Which is very important for business as it is growing. But many of the time when we start a business, we don't have the capacity. And until we grow that capacity, we start looking for solutions here. The heart of business is systems. If you don't have a system in your business, you're probably a large-scale self-employed, right? So having systems in a business is very important. And largely today's environment, systems would very much be implicated with technology, IT systems, IT processes, CRMs, and the way the business go, right? So systems are very, very important. Fourth area that can cripple companies are communication, be it upward communication, downward, internal, external, right? And then the most important for most businesses is called cash flow. Cash flow. That'll be your accounting, commissions, revenues, money in, right? Now, out of this 5 part business, we'll do a mass consultation. Which part in this 5 part of your business right now is hurting you the most? Right? But you don't have to answer that, and I won't give my advice on it as yet, right? But in most cases, for this 5 category of business, right, many of them, if they are in a critical stage or chronic stage, the business can still go on, right? But however, there are 2 parts of this whole diagram here. If they fall into a critical stage, like legal, is sometimes quite fatal. Agree, not? And the worst one, right, will be cash flow. If cash flow is not present in a company, it is also fatal. Agree, not? So what I'm here to share with you today is about business we need to watch on 2 areas, legal and cash flow. Now, I attended a course many years back talking about mergers, acquisitions, investment, divestment strategies, right? Over here, we are trained to look at 2 sets of information, legal documents and cash flow, before buying, selling, merging, or divesting a company. So these are areas where it's very, very important. And that's why I'm here today to share with you how do we look into this area while you plan for BCM, DP, and all the other aspects of continuity of business, right? So this is the business ecology. We may come back to this again later on, right? So cash flow. Now for business, this is the biggest heartache for most SMEs here in Singapore. Rising cost of business, right? It not only affects SME, it actually affects everybody in our everyday life. Inflationary costs, right? Rising cost of business. But you see, this is not fatal again. What is fatal is undeterminable cost and liability in running a business. And that's where business risk comes into place, right? So the question is there? The question is not, is there cost and liability? The question is, who is going to foot the bill? Because there will be cost. There will be liability in running a business. The question is that who is going to pay for the bill, right? Common situation, the company pay. Who is the company? Right? Business owner, right? And the worst one is what? Business owner and their family pays. Some might think, oh, it's a private limited, we are safe. But again, directors have got a lot of liabilities, right? Some poses as guarantors for the business as well.